Welcome, everybody, to Flay High Field, where the Westwood Wolverines will face off against Natick in the final regular season game before both teams head off to the state tournament. I'm Mike Gay, along with George Bukavalis and Craig Tiedites, and we are underway. Craig, what's the weather like out there?
Well, we just made it through a kind of early nor'easter, but we're good. It's a sunny day. Wind has died down, and again, luck of the draw, we've got a nice day.
And the first time these teams played each other earlier in the season, Westwood played a great game, one of the best games to that point, and they lost 2-1. Really an unfortunate result. Looking to avenge that loss.
All right, so Mike, here's the deal. You've got Natick Division I, West Division II, but they've played before, and I thought there was a lot of parity. George, you were there as well, right?
I thought the boys played very well. Matched their intensity and their speed and their size, being a Division I squad.
And the 30th of October, as Craig mentioned, it's very, very nice day outside, but there's a lot of wind. So look for Westwood to try to keep the ball down on the ground.
And I want to say, Mike, it's going to be challenging. Today we have a lot of scouts who are looking at the game. They've come from Europe to watch this match, and we'll see. Maybe not their best game, but we'll see.
Well said. Now we're actually joined in the press box here. We've got the Irish contingent, and there's a lot of other scouts around. We saw people from Germany and different parts of the globe.
So have you mentioned to your relatives about this notion called Halloween that's going to kick off tomorrow?
Yes, it's also celebrated in Ireland. I have. Not to the extent of what they celebrate here. So again, early play. It's that's again, look for Westwood to try to keep the ball down. Just kicking it and chipping it up in the air is going to be a challenge in this wind. There's a.
I think continuity is the call here. There's lack there of continuity.
So what I see so far, the ball is in the air way too much. With the wind, the boys should just be knocking it side to side and trying to create something.
Here's Michael Moylan up to Jason Moy. Ball's chipped back to the Natick defender, and looks like that was an offsides play, number 6 for Natick, just a bit offsides. And Westwood have been doing a much better job recently of drawing the offsides calls. They've kept their line high, but you're living on the edge.
Yeah, no song reference. I'm actually backing off.
Yeah, we have gotten a lot of requests though from the masses. I mean, our mailbag's been full requesting different songs from you, Craig, as a matter of fact.
So let's get back to the action. Here's my first assessment. This team is extremely beatable. I'm not seeing any flashes of high talent in terms of George. Do you say?
Well, I think the best player is the goalkeeper. They were a very good goalkeeper. The first game was here today, so we shall see.
Nice slide tackle by that same number 6.
Stats on this kid, George?
I have not seen the paperwork, but that is what is being talked about.
There's Kevin Zhang with the ball. He tries to get it into the center of the box. Patrick Moylan will chip it up to Jason Moy. Jason Moy trying to run on the outside, trying to up his physicality. Nice job. Goes right by the defender. He just edged off the ball. A lot of space. There's Tommy Bukavalis making a chase. Bryce Whitney, one of the try captains, will play it back to his keeper. Nick Barner, one of the other senior captains. Bryce Whitney, Nick Barner, and Michael Moylan, the 3 captains for Westwood. And that was offsides. Josh Morrison Deutsch and the scouts here from Ireland are saying no way. And that's spoken by a true striker who was never offsides.
Very beatable today.
Oh, did I just say that?
We're gonna rewind the tape. So Natick.
But there is the level of intensity here. It's like in a simmer. Like I need to have a behind.
There's midfield coming up, and Nice job by Michael Moylan, comes in strong.
Which way is the wind blowing?
The wind is blowing from left to right, so it's actually going towards the school.
At halftime, I'll go get the flare from the car and launch it, and then we can really get a better sense of it.
There's Jason Moy trying to keep going. Michael Moylan, a hard step. Josh Morrison-Deutsch gives it up to Patrick Moylan. Patrick Moylan over to Moy. That's going to be a foul. It looks like a little hold, a little tug on the jersey.
So, Mike, you're living the studio audience so that the audio is going to be a little bit different for this match, given the fact that
we're indoors, and I dressed ready for the elements, and pleasantly surprised to be inside.
Although you're donning the capital
And that's
Nick Barner, who's basically playing a striker as well.
And we got a foul. That's on number 6. Very physical.
But he came down and cracked Brian Gibbons.
George Bucavalis, who is our resident in the air expert, you would have thought he would have been in the circus as a young lad, but he is just adept at being in the air and is very cognizant of our team.
Nice ball. Michael Moylan into the box. Nobody home for Westwood. Plays it up to the middle, and there's some indecision. Nice step.
Kevin Zhang, right?
Yeah, that's Zhang to Moy, and Moy, unfortunately, the defender makes a nice play, and Natick, a little bit more intensity on that corner than Westwood. Lots of space, and it's a nice ball played through. Patrick Moylan, he'll just live to fight another day. Nice play. There's the Zanger. Clears it out.
I think he's going to be
He does. And there's Josh Morrison-Deutsch, steps in. Mistake. You got to capitalize on those. Nice.
We have weather like this, guys. If the boys were to play a little high pressure here, it could force some turnovers.
Yeah, and the same is true on the other side. That's going to be a throw-in for Westwood. So looking at the starters, you got Bryce Whitney and Dan Hiller on center backs. You've got Kevin Zhang on the left back position, Brian Gay in the right back position. In the midfield, you got in the middle, you've got, let's see, that's Tommy Bucavalis. You've got Michael Moylan. Ball is played through. And it's just a little too much.
As the Heinz Kitchen commercial said, anticipation. We have to make sure we're ready for this ball.
Yeah, and we have to get ready for more singing from you as well. But Westwood, also in the middle, we've got, let's see, out there on the far side, we have, actually, no, in the middle, it's Patrick Moylan alongside Bucavalis, and then Mike Moylan on one of the sides, Jason Moy, and then you've got Brian Gibbons. And then you got up front, you've got Morrison-Deutsch. Morrison-Deutsch is on. He's onside, and he's nobody home. Oh, and there it is. Oh, nice play. Oh, and I'll tell you, I don't know if I don't agree with that.
The ball was loose. The boys collided. The ball came out, and they called a foul there.
If anything, I think it was a foul on one of the Natick defenders who went into his keeper. So actually, we're going to go to the eye in the sky, so to speak. Craig, you have better vision than either of us. What did you see?
I thought it was a proper call.
Wow. Okay. We disagree.
So, Josh, he did the unselfish thing by playing the ball into the box.
George,
always could have taken it himself.
today is a day for all those finishers out there. You're going to have to basically keep that ball low, drive it hard.
Bryce Whitney plays it out to Michael Moylan. Moylan over to Moy. Look for the switch out the middle. Patrick steps up.
George, there's very little pressure. Natick is almost
looks like wearing the white towel.
The research that both of you did, where's Natick sit in the playoff picture?
So Natick is in third place in the league right now. So they're behind
Wellesley?
Wellesley and Brooklyn.
He's playing in the middle. Westwood. Oh, and that's. Oh, there's Nick Barner. What a save! Comes out. Nick Barner, one of the scouts here from Ireland, was watching the Holliston video and was commenting that Nick Barner, kept Westwood in that game, a no-scored draw, a 0-0 tie. Barner
You don't have to show off at the 0-0.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. It is what it is. And I really have no idea. It just sounds like a soccer thing to say. 0-0. Yeah. So Brian Gay will throw the ball in for Westwood. Gets it into Bukovalis. Bukovalis looking to turn. Oh, nice defensive play. Brian Gay steps up. I'm not exactly sure what that was. Was it a hold? Hold on Bukovalis. Yeah, I think it was on Bukovalis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was on Bukovalis. Another nice through ball.
Giving these through balls away.
Actually, going to the standings, we see Wellesley in first, Walpole in second, Natick is in third. So they have mixed up their conference as well, just like
But all three have qualified for the state tournament, correct? All over 18 points? Yeah, so both of these teams have punched their ticket. They're looking for placement, seeding placement. From what we've heard from Coach Grant, a win from Westwood, and most likely they'd have a bye and wouldn't have to play a preliminary game. Should they lose today's game, they most likely would have to play a preliminary match. There's Morrison Deutsch looking to make and there's another mistake. Gibbons over to the middle, and nobody home for Westwood. Nice step by Moreland.
We just have to ratchet up the intensity.
We do, and for those of you can't really see it, but Craig has some sort of a hook ratchet in his hand. There's Brian Gibbons making a play and goes in the middle. Nah, not enough for a penalty in the box. It looks like Gibbo did get a flat tire, though. By flat tire, I mean the heel of his cleat was stepped on and it comes off. Everyone knows what a flat tire is. Nice job, nice turn by Bryce Whitney. Bryce Whitney out to Gibbons, and we're going to call a foul. I'm not. Yeah, just trying to get control of the game.
So again, playing soccer in the MIA is challenging from a budget standpoint, so that's why we have two refs.
Yeah, not exactly correct, but it sounded good. Yeah. Speaking of budgets, give a shout out to Westwood Media Center. Without them, we wouldn't be here. We actually probably would be here, but we just wouldn't be recording the game. And Dong Zhang is on the camera, and we have this whiz-bang contraption here with little recording device. After the game, he takes this recording stick and he syncs it all up.
Isn't this interesting? This is just like football games. You have the hard-working cameraman out in the elements, and the broadcaster sitting up here in the plush, confines of the studio.
Absolutely. Throwing from Brian Gay gets it over to Morrison Deutsch to Moylan.
Have a hit, I say. So
One Moylan to the other. Ooh, right to Morrison Deutsch. Bukovalis, tip it to Patrick Moylan. Patrick Moylan to, nice ball. Over the side of the box. And it'll be a goal kick for Natick. So the final regular season game, again, Westwood with a good year. They finished strong to punch their ticket. The last game they played against Norton, the team struggled a bit in some driving rain, but looking to end the season here on a positive note.
Yeah, I'm concerned that we're already into this match pretty deep, and we should probably be up 1-0 based on Natick's.
Oh, and that's a takedown.
Want this game.
And that's a takedown, so that'll be a free kick. Absolutely. So we've got 24 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first half. Westwood will have a free just outside the box. Michael Moylan, looking for something there. I think Coach Grant must have saw something on some of the Natick scouting that he did. Oh, this is a tough ball. Oh, Kevin Zhang with a great slide tackle. Kevin Zhang, nice play. And that's a handball. Be a handball on Natick. So we're joined again with the Irish contingent. We've got my wife's nephew, two nephews, and Caitlin Myrna.
You know, there's something that Caitlin at halftime will be singing the Irish national anthem.
We actually may not even wait till halftime. Caitlin may just jump into it at any point. And then yeah. So we got Johnny Myrna and Peter Myrna in here in the box with us, and Caitlin. Caitlin, 10 years old. Looking at the soccer.
Her first visit to the States.
Caitlin, no school for you?
It is. First visit to the U.S. No, it is not. Yeah, exactly. She was in Disney World earlier this year.
That doesn't count.
That's true. Actually, if you went to Epcot, you may have actually stayed in Ireland. And Chicago, yeah. So really, not even close to being her first trip to the U.S. Nice play. There's Morrison Deutsch. Tell you, Westwood packing it in. So there's effectively one striker and then a whole lot of space between the midfield and the defenders. Brian Gabe mishandles the ball. Natick not able to capitalize. Nice play. Yeah, the chip in this kind of wind is nice.
They practice possession almost every practice here. Jason Moy, let's see if he can control this. That's a nice short post.
And that'll be a goal kick. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was proper. It was kind of like, half in, half out, but he did for those two.
Yeah.
I think we're struggling in the upper third of any creativity coming through here. We're relying on the long balls. We have to go up the middle, challenge them.
Yeah, Westwood trying to press down, keep them in the Natick third here.
A lot of commotion up here.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions. I mean, I really don't blame Caitlin for the distractions. I blame.
No, it's in the adult.
It is, which usually it is. Let's be honest. Brian Gay. And will cause a throw-in. Nice play for Westwood.
Yeah, we're a lot more static in our commentary than normally. Heck of not going on.
No, it's both teams trying to find their way early in the game, playing against conservative soccer. Nice play by Bryce Whitney. Oh, and there's an opportunity for Natick. Top of the box. Brian Gay steps in.
Dan Hiller better head up. Okay. It's a bit of a scrum.
Might be offside there, but no, that'll be a nice play. That'll be a throw-in for Westwood. That was Brian Gibbo. Coming in, it'll be substitutions for Westwood. It looks like Kevin Lyons coming in. Kevin Lyons coming off a goal in the Hanover game. Kevin Lyons comes in for Morrison Deutsch to put him up front.
And he, if I'm mistaken, Michael, was he netted one last game, which is.
Yeah, the Hanover game. I mentioned that Westwood, had a tough game against Norton last Wednesday. Last Friday, they played. They traveled to Hanover, where they won 2-0. And Kevin Lyons had a goal off a Tommy Bukavalis assist, and Bukavalis with the other goal for Westwood. huge game, and that was the game where Westwood punched their ticket to the state tournament.
There's 4 players within literally 5 feet. We've got to change the field.
Oh. Just a reminder to all people in the press box that we are recording. And
But we also want some color commentating.
yeah, exactly. Oh, nice step by. Nice way to keep it in. Oh,
I'll take this anything.
George Bugavalis, not necessarily at one with the elements in general.
George, at halftime, we look forward to hearing about your Sunday's team, your match. Not now, but at the half.
It'll be a halftime mistake.
Mistake for Westwood. Kevin Zhang will shield. And he will live to fight another day. I mean, nobody within 10 yards. Gibbons comes out.
There's absolutely no. You got to show for the ball, gentlemen. You can't.
Bugavalis with a run from
Kevin
Moy
needs
goes.
to make-
Oh, and that's a slide tackle. Nice job by Bugavalis. He'll go right by them. Rage misses, and then it'll be Westwood throw-in. Looks like Stavros Mikalakos and Ryan Lewis will come in for Westwood. That looks like a throw-in for Westwood before. Be a turnover, and it'll be substitutions. So, all right, take it back. Timeout. It looks like that was Natick timeout with 17 minutes and 8 seconds to play. So timeouts, by the way, the look of confusion on the Irishman's face here.
But you know, you're a good host, I'm told, and as a good host will be, you're going to be going down to the snack shack at this break to get your relatives some popcorn and some good American treats.
You would be mistaken, but so we may do that at halftime, but not at the timeout. So to educate the Irish visitors here, you do get a timeout. So 1 timeout per team. We're not exactly sure if it's 1 per half or just 1 overall, but we're trying to give you to get everybody caught up and keep you on edge because we really don't know.
Americanize the game, and it's all about generating dollars. So all our sponsors.
And that's really the Chinese marketplace. Since Dong Zhang has opened up these videos to the whole Chinese marketplace, it's really exploded. They demand, quite frankly, demand the timeouts.
Okay, so I don't know what was discussed. It was a pretty brief timeout, maybe more just positionally where we're supposed to be doing. But I don't know. Right now, there's lack of intensity this afternoon. I don't know if it's just me or George, you notice as well.
For the taking today. I mean, we can take 2 points today, and it's all about getting a better seed in the tournament.
Nice ball across the box. Kevin Zhang will force a corner. I thought he might have deflected it off of the Natick player, but it will be a corner kick. First corner kick for either team. The left-footed striker for Natick is going to take the ball. Try to wrap it far side. And that will be off of Stavros Mikalakos. I think both coaches probably told their teams, again, you've settled in, you've got opportunities on both sides. Probably both coaches disappointed with their inability to finish. Warner will play it back to Nick Warner, and Nick Warner will kick the ball out and be home for Westwood. Oh, and there's a mistake. Get us soon a mistake.
I wish we would get some level of possession. But again, based on what I'm seeing,
see that one, but there's no mistake. When I say Nikolakos, it doesn't quite sound the same as when you say it.
You say Nikolakos when you say it.
Played by Mike and Moyle. Ball over to Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis tries to thread the needle. And again, we've got a somewhat lethargic play on both sides. 14 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Dan Hiller comes up and gets it over to Michael Moylan. Tries to juggle to himself. Goes to the ball, steps it in. So, Craig or George, have you found out why we have Natick on our schedule twice? Again, a Division I matchup. I mean, it's great to play, higher quality talent, but
interesting. I was chatting with my brother about a difference between football, and the fact is, if you play a higher division, you're given, more points, or I don't know exactly how the football works, but maybe that's some part of the process of kind of weaving in some Division I elements to
so like the timeouts and our lack of knowledge, we'll chalk that one in the same category.
If you don't know it, you got to.
Yeah, we just agreed. No, nice ball. That's good. Nikolakos. Nice defensive play by number 11 for Natick. So there's hesitation there where you're assuming that the defender's going to make the play as opposed to assuming that the defender's not going to make the play.
I mean, as an offensive player, you need to deliver the ball before the defenders anticipate you doing that. That means one time delivery. In the halftime, I think we've got Kenny Dalglish to come over and talk about this.
So again, an update from the stands. It looks like attendance is just maybe approaching 1,500 to 2,000. Fans trying to take advantage of this fall day. It's a beautiful day here in Westwood. Yeah, I mean, maybe more out there.
I'm not hearing any cows.
Westwood. Out of bounds, throw in for Natick. Additional substitutions for Natick. 12 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the first half.
I think you're doing a nice job, Mike, at this point. Not seeing
I just swear.
Both teams again just kind of easing into this game. You, as a coach, you want to see urgency out there. Now Westwood punched their ticket to the state tournament on Friday, but I'm sure Coach Grant was.
But if you win this game, Mike, wasn't that the thought that they would get a reprieve and play this Saturday?
Sunday actually, but you're right. So you got to look at this game as effectively a win here. It's a win in the playoffs.
That was the first thing that came to mind, right?
Gonzalez goes by two defenders, and he's got an angle.
Come on, Tommy, finish it.
And that'll be a great play.
And try to nutmeg.
From Zhang.
It's a Maradona basket. Interesting. That's a nice
And frustration mounting on both sides. Bryce Whitney, lots of pacing up here in the press box. Rick Barner will control for Westwood, and he'll play it out to Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis with 10 minutes and 35 seconds to play, plays it up to Moylan. Moylan to the Zanger. Kevin Zhang over to Stavros Mikalakos, just gets absolutely manhandled. You know, that's just a horrible call by the official. Clearly a foul, and the referee was asleep. Coach Grant giving an earful to the official right now. He said, "Hey, I'm human, so I missed it." Wallace goes by two defenders, and that one is offside. So Patrick Moylan about 3 feet offsides. Pretty easy to see on that one. So Westwood opening the game up a little bit. A couple of opportunities. None better than Bukovalis going by the defender and having a one-on-one play with the keeper. There's Kevin Lyons. Lyons will take on 3 defenders. He will not succeed. Nice ball in the middle. Lots of wind. You can see that that ball basically.
You make me think of a fine singer-songwriter, Bob Seger, Against the Wind.
Yeah. All we are is dust in the wind?
No, that's Kansas.
Oh, yeah, that's Kansas. Still running.
We're playing against the wind.
Still running. Oh, nice play. Throwing for Westwood.
I'm going to have to move I've got a creak in the floor.
Yes.
But at the same time, you want to make sure they're making the right
Play.
decision.
Ryan Lewis. And there's Bukovalis in the middle. Bukovalis look for to take on some defenders. Pass back in. Nice ball. Bukovalis. And here's Stavros Mikalakos, and that is deflected. Nice job by Westwood. Again, turning on some pressure. Nice move, nice turn for the Natick midfielder. Lots of space in the middle. And just tries to get it over to Patrick Moylan. Natick will possess. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the first half. The additional substitutions for Westwood. It looks like Brian Reisfelder. Brad Orsini, and it looks like the.
And I like this. They got their the shiver pose going on right now.
A little chilly out there, Mikalakos.
No, it looks like did you say Gibbons?
Yeah, Gibbons is a third. And that'll be a throw-in for Westwood, and it'll be substitutions for Westwood. Brian Gay will take a break. The Zanger, Kevin Zhang, will take a break as well.
I think the boys were, when challenged defensively, they did a fine job.
7 minutes to play. Substitutions for Westwood. Gotta get some fresh legs in there to punch it through. Backwards pass by Gibbons. So on a play like that, you envision the perfect play. When play like that, do you just take it wide and kind of calm things down? Again, we're talking about playing the ball in the air like that. I mean, it's that is a high percentage of difficulty to make that play.
Well, and we have to challenge this game. We're going to put some shots on frames.
I'll tell you though, I like the keeper when Tommy McWells had a run. He stayed home, kept the angle, and felt. So it would have taken a great shot by McWells to get it by him. He would have failed the wide side.
It's a nice pass by Natick to just kind of.
Lots of space. There's Dan Miller.
Well, I don't no, but at least he's playing aggressively, stepping up, being the last defender.
Plays it up front. Can't assume a mistake. Brian Gibbons with speed.
You thought about it, so Eamon Doherty, what's the status on Eamon? Do we know?
The latest we heard from Eamon is that he's progressing well. the severity of the strained MCL is not quite as intense as he thought. He's hoping to be back for the playoffs. Huge loss. Eamon was injured in the Ashland game.
Yeah, just because George mentioned they had pressure on us. I was thinking this game is
And there's one speed. It's downhill. Genuinely speed. But it's fast. Oh, and that's onside. That is onside. Oh, and Tommy Gonzalez misses. Oh, God, had the opportunity for Westwood. And that play was right onside. So I'll tell you, Westwood doing some very nice things, but unable to capitalize.
my first observation is the goal. Yeah, but the goalie was making himself big, and you think I'm going to have to just drill it. So, unfortunate.
There's another play. Oh, he gets out.
That's going to
He
be
gets held, and that would be a yellow card. I mean, you pull the guy like that. I mean,
That's a red card.
oh yeah. I mean, the Irish play. They're saying send him off.
Guys, they
Send
need
him
to
home.
pull that. Look at they're looking like
So he stopped instead of playing on. He was going to goal. He put it.
playing advantage. Yeah, I didn't think it was a yellow. It was a little bit of a tug. Look at these, the Irish guys. They're used to it. They're gonna have some blood. They're gonna really hit.
Caitlin agrees.
Caitlin.
There's no blood, there's no foul.
They taught Caitlin from a very young age.
I may have to go out and do a tutorial, George, on how to strike the ball. It's all about technique. It's not necessarily about pace. Get your knee over the ball.
Better opportunity. You don't want to get up.
It's a nice ball. Nice ball.
Play it outside. Michael Moylan's playing the left foot. A little too strong. Two minutes and 50 seconds to go.
George, you noted given my Maryland background and my astute observation, I can see how the jerseys are blowing. So we are going to be going into the wind. Second half.
I'll tell you, the wind's swirling now. There's tumbleweeds. There's
Keep that dog.
We're a second half team. All the goals.
under two. The officials will keep the time on their watch.
Which all the turnovers do.
There's a turnover, and that's a foul. So that's Kevin Lyons draws the foul, and Westwood with another one. And again, if Michael Moylan's going to take these frees, we've got to expect a little bit more. Put this in the box. He's had a lot of flat balls.
I like you gotta see Ryan on the far side, and right before the ball is delivered. So he's got to make that run right when he's delivering.
Right about that next ball. And lots of wind. Balls chip up in the air and come in. Again, with that wind, it's that's a tough placement for the free kick. Nice ball for Natick. And that's onside.
Head it.
No, that was a very lucky play for Westwood. They dodged the both there. That's going to be a throw in for Westwood.
They've dodged two bullets today.
Yeah. That's
Mike, it's incumbent upon me to remind you of your
handball on Patrick Moylan on the play. So did Bruce Lee, is that like dodging 2 bullets? Is that like Bruce Lee stuff or no?
I don't know. I mean, who really does that?
Caitlin, do you have any comment, Caitlin, on who dodges bullets? Superheroes? The senior tri-captain?
So we're looking forward to halftime to talk to the scouts and get their thoughts on the match.
Heavy ball. Patrick Moylan get it back over to Orsini to Givens. He'll be throwing for Westwood. Look for one more rush here before the halftime. Here's Dan.
Yeah. Rice-Feller's got that hockey skill set.
Oh, that's an illegal throw. That was an illegal throw. And he took out eight.
No, it's Bryce and Nick played it well.
And we have it. After one, no score here at Flayhigh Field. Westwood and Natick getting ready for the state tournament and playing to a 0-0 draw at halftime.
Gonna have to be sharper in the second half, clearly.
We'll be back right after these messages from your sponsors. And we're back. Westwood and Natick. No score through the first half. And we've got 40 minutes of action to play between the regular season and the postseason for both teams. If you're just joining us at halftime, Mike Gay, George Pukovalis, and Craig Tiedites. We are perched high atop Flayhigh Field in the press box because we are not truly strong red-blooded men. We're outside, and that's a nice ball. And that's going to be a finish, and that is going to be Westwood scores.
That was a great build-up.
And just like that, Westwood, knock, knock, knock. Who's there? A goal. That's who.
Say we're a second-half team all year. That was
George, I give you that, man. It's second half team.
And I'll tell you, the press box, led by Mrs. Bukovalis, going absolutely wild here.
Oh my God.
So we are not going to pretend that we're not homers. We are. We are rooting for Westwood hard.
And the sun, I don't
team is there for the take.
Oh, clearly.
And that was Josh Morrison-Deutsch. And we said it in the Norton game that over the last 5-6 games, that's another great ball. That's a true ball. Josh Morrison-Deutsch coming in hard. Making the keeper
Yeah, the keeper really had no chance on that. Completely left out to dry.
And he also didn't rush it. You know, he had time.
So it looks like the boys are going forward there, right?
Who's the interplay there between George? Come on over here, slide with me. So who's playing on the far side? My eyes are going.
That's going to be Justin Lowe.
Yeah, Justin Lowe playing that the back left. And Hiller fighting tough in that corner. It's going to be a Natick throw-in. The sun looks like peering into Nick Varner's eyes, but will he be challenged on this? Maybe. It's a redo. Brian Gibbons, just a little left foot into the solar plexus, gets the throw in.
Westwood ball.
Okay, we need to make sure we get possession and keep the ball on the turf. Who's that to? Morrison Deutsch, good, nice layoff. Justin Lowe. Too easy, George. Too easy for that young lad to Natick to dribble through 3 Westwood players. Yeah, Bryce Whitney and manages to get the throw in.
So you see Natick really trying to get forward. They really didn't get forward too much in the first half. Now they're down 1-0, so we'll see what kind of adjustments they make in this half.
By the way, that was the second illegal throw in I've seen in the last 5 minutes.
Right in front of the linesman.
Yeah, so they've got some urgency, clearly. Once you go down 1-0, then you can pick it up. Who's that? Josh Morrison Deutsch giving chase. And Natick throw. I thought it was going to be a Ward with Westwood throw. Sun starting to dip here, George, at Flay Hive. I've noticed the temperature starting to recede.
How about the wind? How's the wind doing?
Wind's fine. Wind's fine. Cooper Bell's to Patrick Moreland. He's going to flare it out to Jason Moy. Jason Moy slots it down to Josh Morrison Deutsch, going for the corner and banged it off. Natick for the corner, which I thought was a corner. I don't quite understand. Okay, it is a corner. George, let's slide down. The window is difficult to see.
Let's see which play they call here. They've been calling plays on here on corner kicks. See if we can get something.
So Michael Moylan taking the corner. Hopefully the timing and runs starting to go now. They go short. They dummy it.
It finally paid off. It finally paid off.
Actually,
goal.
That's the second time this year they've done that.
Moreland off a corner on a dummy by a group of ours. Well played, boys. Westwood 2-0 up on Natick. The first 5 minutes of the second half. A great finish. Side paneling. Keeper had no chance on that one as well.
Patrick Moore over to the right side. Oh, gives it through. Nick Carter gonna come out, make the slide. Good timing. It all seemed to work out.
You have to be very careful losing the ball in the middle of the field.
It's this team they have to resist the urge to get sloppy. They simply need to keep the ball on the turf. Here we go. Natick's pressing.
You have to go in field.
Dan
You
Miller.
have to go in ready to take a hit.
Miller got the call, right?
We got the call that time, but he ended up with the worst of it there. He didn't go in heavy. Too many turnovers right now. That's 3 balls in a row that we've given away.
Someone's going to create space. Who's making the play? Who's that?
Other side.
Brian Gibbons trying to put a through ball in. Josh Morrison. One touch and have a go. Have a go. Jason Moore getting hurt. Michael Moylan's going to try to go to the corner, then pitch it in. And Natick player complaining, and he's fiddling and diddling George his way into the box. Nice trap over the balls. Have a go. And then change it, move it to the outside. Who's on the side? Who's creating width for us? Anybody. Patrick Moore giving chase. Good breakup. Justin no. Okay. The urgency, George, I think we need to step on it. We still need to press. We're giving them an opportunity to break out.
So it's 2-0. That is the worst lead to have in soccer, a 2-goal lead. The next goal is very important.
As exhibited there, clairvoyant.
Very true.
Michael Moylan going to give support. And he's got that wide open. Now he's going to the inside. Heavy touch, unlucky.
Okay? There's no reason why we can't go side to side now and make Natick chase.
Mike Gay coming back. Okay, once you shot. Time to move. Okay, Bryce playing up top. He's got to ride him right on his back. He's got to stay tight. Concedes the corner. All right, Ulysses on.
Be very careful here on the set play. This has been our soft spot all year.
Okay, so who's taking the leadership role back there? I see Nick's pointing, but
Overload on the far post and forward. Nice play by Nick. Very much.
Giving chase. Unfortunately, who's coming in? Looks like Kevin Lyons in for. There's a Ryan Lewis. Jason Roy.
Melinda Garfield is a proud mom. Dean William Garfield was born on, I believe, Saturday night. Congratulations to Melinda and Kara, the birth of their first child. And play here looks like Natick trying to move in. Now Natick with a sense of urgency. Down 2 goals. Westwood breaking through. Played up top. There's Josh Morrison-Deutsch.
I'd like to see a little bit more.
And Gibbons. Gibbons came in, played it to Morrison-Deutsch. There's Tom Bukovalis in the middle. Nice shield. Got 2 men on. Oh, nice ball. Plays it in. Great ball. Oh, a nice defense by number 4 from Natick. He edged off Josh Morrison-Deutsch. Now, as a striker there, do you have the ability to absolutely run him over, or is that a foul?
It depends. Shoulder to shoulder. I mean, yeah. A little too static.
That was Ryan Lewis playing it up, trying to get a break for Josh Morrison-Deutsch. So again, with this wind, Westwood, they play the ball down. Oh, and that is a mistake by Westwood, and that's a great play.
And who's getting the accolades there for sliding in?
It is Brian Reisfelder. Phenomenal job. It's usually been Kevin Zhang who's made some saves to keep the opposing team off the board, but that was Reisfelder. And that was a mistake. So that was a playback. I think it was, Bryce, typically a sure-minded center back, just made a mistake.
Well, that's a beautiful ball.
And there's Reisfelder again coming up head with the head.
Heads up. Head and shoulders, I think I've seen that.
That's going to push. Disagreement here. Number 14 for Natick. Questioning that call, as was the Irish contingent here in the box.
But you never know with those Irish lads. They can tell a tale.
They're shifty.
I don't know how it goes shifty. I'm just saying.
Again, Johnny Myrna, a striker at heart, he has not agreed with one call on the defense all game. It really doesn't matter. He doesn't discriminate. That's offsides.
I don't know about that. I thought he was let the ball win the ball.
Yeah, well, you'd be wrong because he was called offside.
Well, but I've also seen 2 goals on videotape that were called offside that were actually goals. So.
Potato, Craig. Potato.
I'm just steadfast in my belief. I understand. Who's got that? Play by Reisfelder, takes him out. Was not awarded the throw.
All of the names of the Natick players pushed by Josh Morrison Deutsch. You learn that growing up in a family of triplets, where you have to use your elbows to get food. Yeah, just trying to add that in. Cheryl and Carol will find Cheryl and Carol will find humor in that one.
Here we go. One touch and have a go. Okay. Ryan Lewis, please put it in the box. Okay, nice one time in the box.
And offside, so you saw the official going to the whistle, but the ball was played heavy into the keeper.
Premeditated offside, is that what you're saying?
He was ready to blow the whistle. So we're gonna call in Johnny Myrna. Johnny, come on into the booth here. I want to get your take on what you've seen with Westwood, a 2-0 advantage, 25 to play. Johnny, what are you seeing out there?
Well, first of all, it's very well deserved. I think all the hard work in the first half has paid off. They've been the better team. They've been on top. I think you said that the team were playing as a Division 1 team, but to me it's looked the other way around. Second half we pressed a little bit higher, we pushed on, and we've made them make mistakes, and it's telling out there.
I'd like to, Johnny, as a striker, give us some tips in terms of our boys. They seem to be static in the top third. How do you work to give yourself?
I mean, that all comes down to training. You got to be on the same page. And when you're playing as one, you kind of know exactly where the striker is going to be, or the midfielder should. So it's something they got to work on as a team. I would work harder on that as a team as Westwood, because he's making some good runs. It just seems that sometimes they're not on the same page. Exactly. You got to bring the midfielders into it and have them doing them drills as a unit and not just work.
Would you get 2-0 advantage? You got 25 minutes to play. Do you pack it in? Westwood typically in a 4-5-1 formation, or do you keep at it? And that was a run. He was again a major flat tire. That was in fact, you ripped the whole tire off the car and ran him over. So Johnny, what do you say? Keep the 4-5-1 formation, or do you pack it in? Maybe drop one of the midfielders back.
I mean, I'm a firm believer of pressing on.
Yes, because you're again back to the striker thing. No.
Defenders of this yard, and their energy level and their compete level may have receded. So that's
Step up on the 18, Michael.
Nice wall for Westwood. Nice wall for Westwood. Nice wall. All right, I'll stop.
To your point, Mike, I would wait another maybe 5 minutes and then have someone sit in front of the back four and just then chill him. But I think it's a little too early to do it as of right now. So give it another 5 minutes. I think they were my first move.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, his sponsorship at a very, very early age. I'll tell you, Mrs. Bukavalis was instrumental in the Adidas sponsorship early in George's career. Absolutely, yeah. You know, there's, in fact, if you weren't eating regularly, as my son tells me, and not just little meals, big meals on a regular basis, she was very upset.
Growing up in Ireland, we couldn't afford them fancy boots. It was the Patrick boots.
Natick in the upper third looks like
Nice job.
and that is going to be 10.
Nice.
Oh, nice job. There's Brian Gibbons coming up strong. So, Johnny Myrna, when you went over and played in England, what year did the team that you played with use?
Honestly, it's been so long ago, I don't even remember. I think it was Umbro. Yeah.
I was a big
Johnny, what team did you go over and play with for a bit?
Oldham Athletic. Spent 6 months on trial over there. I was actually fortunate enough to play in the FA Youth Club, which was very, very good experience.
Now Johnny Myrna working for Guinness as a brand ambassador out of Seattle.
Not the Irish, but the English U17. Did they take the?
Yeah, this is news to Johnny.
Well, this is important. You always want to put your guests on their back heels.
That's a dummy play. Nice play.
The next goal is the most important goal, and he'll get it right back in the game.
20 minutes and 31 seconds to play. Great goal by Natick. Cut the advantage in half, 2-1.
See, this is why I don't agree with sitting back too early in the game, because I think for the last 5-6 minutes we have been doing that, and we just got caught out.
Yeah. Prevent, so to speak, the prevent defense prevents teams from winning. Yeah. So we are going to say goodbye, Craig Tiedites.
And we'll see you next match.
Yes, we will. The state tournament, one way or the other. They'll either play on Friday or play on Sunday. Craig Tiedites having to get his daughter to gymnastics. A very important task as a dad. Caitlin Myrna agrees wholeheartedly, as she's a elite gymnast in Ireland. Look for her in the 2024-2028 Olympics. He's onside. That's serve it back up in the middle. Oh, that's a nice play. Sticks with it, but you're right. Quicker decisions there. Serve it up. Westwood looking to press forward. We did. Kevin Zhang's in the middle. Oh, and that's a handball. And that is outside the box. So. 19 minutes and 10 seconds to play. And I think, I'm not sure if he's going to give a yellow card or just a firm talking to. Don't do that again.
I think he forgot his yellow cards today.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryce, one of the senior tri-captains. Westwood holding their line. The last play, like you mentioned, George, one of the officials went to his whistle to call a handball in the wall, and that would have resulted in a penalty kick.
football field.
So Nick Barner calling out direction for the wall. He's telling him to move over a little bit to the right. And another save from, I think that was Michael Moylan. There's nice play. There's Gibbons, and he's got a streaking player. Patrick Moylan, give it back to him. Goes wide. Ryan Lewis on this side. Ryan Lewis will look to serve it back up. He's got Josh Morrison Deutsch. Nice defense by number 6. He's been their best defender for Natick. Patrick Moylan looking for the heroic shot from 25 yards. 17:30 to play. Oh, and there's a break, and that could be the difference. And that is a goal. Oh, no, it is not a goal. He missed it wide right. I thought that was served up on a platter. I'll tell you, Westwood had some great looks in the first half, and unable to convert. And that play for Natick, they're going to be.
Yeah, the keeper's done really well there too, because he's come out and he's closed it down straight away. He's made up his mind there.
Yeah, force a bad decision.
Yep.
Oh, there's a nice head flick. Ooh, nice play by the defender. Ooh, and he forces the throw in for Natick. Well played. And a little nice ball played in.
That is so nice going side to side. No reason why they can't continue to do that.
George, we didn't get an update on your men's league game. What the audience wants to know. What happened this past Sunday?
Just clinched top of the league with 5 wins and 4 ties. With 1 game left on Sunday, and jump right into the playoffs the following week.
And is there a chance of moving up, moving divisions? So that'd be a no. There's no penthouse suite when you're already there. Yes. We own the building and the sky above it. Well, another play. Throw in Natick. It looks like. 15:20 to play. Mrs. Bukavalis on the edge of her seat. So I think I like this, George, being in the press box. I mean, everyone's cold outside. We've got blankets. People are shivering, and we're what's that? Yeah, exactly. Mrs. Bukavalis and the rest of us, we're very lucky.
Paid the big bucks.
Absolutely. The budget's really expanded, and Maggie McGinnis really stepping up. Here he goes, and going right by him, and see, this is where you're cutting hard towards goal, and that'll be a throw-in. I'm sorry, a corner. Excuse me. And it's going to be Michael Moylan taking the corner. Let's see if we can put the ball in the air. This keeper's got length, so you want to go far post, high and wide, and see maybe his brother Patrick can crash, or Bryce Whitney, Josh Morrison Deutsch, Patrick Moylan.
All alone in the back.
Nice defensive play by number 10. Gets it, serves it up. Wow, lots of numbers. He is on. Nick Barner. Nice play, serves it up the middle. That'll be a goal kick. Nick Barner trying to decide where he's going to take his career on at the collegiate level. He's talking to a number of college coaches, trying to hone in and see where he's going to get the best deal. Header by Tommy Bugavalis, Josh Morrison-Deutsch. He shields, nice job. Gets out to Patrick Moylan, heavy ball off Patrick Moylan's foot. Price will leave no doubt in that pass back to Barner. "12 minutes and 45 seconds to play. Westwood 2-1 over Natick." Michael Moylan will take the ball and that's a play there where you got time and space. You got to communicate as a team. Communicate as a team and just take it wide. That's been one of the Achilles heels for the Westwood team. That's a clear push, and that could be a yellow card. And it looks like it will not be because apparently the officials left the yellow cards on the dresser. So Westwood twice already has blocked direct kicks with the wall. They've only got 3 in the wall this time. Marking up on the far side, looking for the crash play. That's wide and right. Steven Guskowski was wide right a couple of times. There you go.
That same lineup.
Nick Barner will take the goal kick, 11.5 to play. A couple of substitutions for Westwood. Stavros Mikalakos on the far side. And Kevin Lyons, Mikalakos with a run. So this is where, you got Jason Moy crash hard. Jason Moy just kind of waltzing in there. Crash hard towards that net.
4-5-1. 2 outside midfield. They go up and down the field.
Ryan Gay will throw the ball in. Gets it to Bugavalis. Bugavalis back to Gay. Nice. Gets him to Bugavalis. Oh, and he gets taken down right outside the box. Oh, wow.
No call there. Wow.
Nice pass. Oh, that's Bryce Whitney will step up. And that's going to be a timeout. Yeah, that's just a straight injury, though. That wasn't he's not calling a foul there. He's calling an injury. It looks like number 14. I didn't see the play. Anybody in the press box here see what happened to 14? We really do expect more out of Caitlin. We were expecting her to watch the off-the-ball plays, but Caitlin will have to work on that. So it looks like an injury for the Natick team. Westwood with 1 timeout in their back pocket, or 2. We're not really sure what the rules are. And typically, Georgia, after the injuries, it'll be a replay where they'll give the ball to Natick. Natick will. Yeah, and it'll be resume play. A little over 10 and a half to play. There's Stavros Mikalakos. He's also a DJ, by the way. Plays it back to Nick Barner. Nick Barner and Ryan Gay steps up, and he will clean out a mess for Westwood. Without authority. And just get it out of dodge. And Kevin Lyons making a run. That's okay. So here, Jason Moy, you turn it on, but
striker pressing and having no impressive with him, you're just going to get exhausted.
Nice play. That's Dan Hiller. Dan Hiller gets it up to Stavros, and that's going to be a throw in Westwood. And again, we apologize. We've given you our opinions at times, and again, we are up here in the booth, and of course, the two guys I'm with know a little bit more about soccer than I do. And that looks like another injury for Natick. We're going to go to Caitlin with an update because we did ask her to pay a little bit more attention to off-the-ball action. Caitlin, what did you see out there, Caitlin? Okay, Caitlin she's not ready to take the next step as an announcer. But Caitlin, just think of the audience that we can open this up to if you were to take that step forward. Your whole school would be into it. We do. Zhang has been phenomenal. Absolutely. We do. So we had, this is for you, Johnny, and for the viewers at home, you can go back and watch the Norton game. Actually, was it the Norton game? It was. The Norton game, which we haven't aired yet. We're trying to determine the right time to air that game. But George Bukavalis did the beginning of the second half in Greek. So he was commentating it. No, not the whole second half. That would have been unbearable. But here's another run. Oh, and that's a nice ball, but just nobody home for Natick. Nick Barner again, great positioning. That would have taken an absolutely perfectly placed ball to beat him. Westwood 2-1 advantage over Division I Natick. Natick, the defending Division I state champions. They sound good, but the people who are watching this don't really know. Natick. Oh, that's right, yes. So Natick beat Needham. Needham was the defending state champions, correct? Okay, whatever. Isn't that what I said, George? Kevin Lyons. Gibbons. And that's a turnover. Lions up front, and there's Patrick Moreland stepping in. Okay, Westwood looking to take control. A late goal here. And
so it looks like they're playing a little bit high. So you see how much more dangerous they are when they step together?
They are.
Trying to force a mistake. So now Natick.
You're susceptible to that ball. You're right. You are susceptible though by playing up high. You're susceptible, but you just gotta. Your midfielders that are pressing up, they need to get back. Nice job by Nick Barner. And that ball gets over to Gibbons. Gibbons chips it ahead. There's Tommy Bukavalis.
Way to recover.
Chip in the middle. Definitely a sense of urgency for Natick though in this late in the second half. And that's Dan Hiller playing it out. Not sure if that was the right foot or the left foot. That was the right foot. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It's the issue across the board in many of these players. 5:45. One steps in front. It's Kevin Lyons pressing up. Oh, he steps in. That was a nice step by Gibbons. Gibbons will be a throw in for Westwood. Michael Moylan will throw it up ahead. That's Kevin Lyons. And look at there's Jason Moy coming hard. Oh, and there's the ball right onto Patrick Moylan's foot. He'll take a rip. And the chip in. And again, that was almost an own goal. That would have been one heck of a header.
So I think what you're seeing is Vukovalis and Moylan really staying defensively.
Nice job. Vukovalis coming up, gets a header. Kevin, ooh, and that is on. Oh, yeah, it's off. It is off. Yeah, I do think it was off. Patrick Moylan got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Michael Moylan down here is not happy with the play. Yeah, he is very upset. I think that was Gaelic for that was the wrong call. I do as well. So that's the first. That is the first one. That is the first one, Johnny, that you've made all day.
Back, Michael.
And if you don't get called for offsides, it means you weren't pressing as hard. So I mean, you know.
When we're pressing, we need to do that.
Brian Gay comes up, gets the ball. Kevin Lyons. Just gets shouldered off the ball.
Come on, quickly.
Up the wing.
Quickly.
Use your body, Patrick. Patrick goes right back. Oh, and I don't know about that. I think that was a no call.
Nudged him in the back.
Once again, 2 in a row, Johnny. I like. I'll take the striker back. I'm not liking this defensive-minded thing. Nice ball, number 11 for Natick out to number 6. Oh, nice step by Brian Gay. Gets it. A little 1-2 action. Nice ball. Play it now. Crash back. Crash wide. Oh, nice job. That is a nice play. You're forcing the defender to come down and press, and then nice positioning by the goalkeeper. Nice step by Michael Moylan. Patrick comes in, cleans up. There's Gibbons. Gibbons tries to play it into Kevin Lyons. There's Dan Hiller. Little rush here. No, he's not off. No. Oh, nice play by Brian Gay. Gets it over to Gibbo. Gibbo will play it up front, and that will be possession. Oh, and he's going to play it in the air instead of playing it out to one of his defenders. He had 3 defenders with nobody around him. Just have to question that play. 2 minutes to play. Balls off Moylan. Oh, nice job, Dan Hiller. Hold your line, boys. Hold your line.
Body. Take the ball.
And that's another injury, it looks like. They're going to let him play on. And there's Brian Gibbons. Brian's again. So we got some jogging coming up the field. Again, Westwood not looking to press up, just looking to wrap this up. Can't blame them. You got to play smart. Looks like
You get everyone behind the ball now, just back to defense.
Substitution, Josh Morrison-Deutsch will come in, replacing Kevin Lyons. Take your time, Brian Gay. No need to rush. Absolutely.
Hold it, possession, hold it.
It would be 21 points. You are correct. Correct. Yep. All right, 19, 20. 2 points for the win.
Hold the ball.
Gets it wide to Moy. Another nice play. Nice little. Oh, and he gets absolutely taken down. Okay, now let's see what Westwood does. Crash strong here. Take your time. Another foul. So Westwood playing it short, and I'll tell you, the Irish striker coming up and saying that's exactly what you do there. Keep it in the corner.
I mean, they can't score if it's in their corner. Just as I say that, he whips it in. Commentators curse.
Bryce Whitney will give Westwood some more time. Oh, that's a little too quick on the ball boy there. Very quick throw in. I'm just kidding, of course. Sportsmanship, not exactly my middle name. Nice job, Dan Hiller heads it out. Look to the officials. Let's see when their eyes go to their watch and their nice play, nice slide tackle. And that is a foul. He did. That was the Superman pose. We were talking about dodging speeding bullets. Well, it looked like Brian Gibbons was dodging one as he flew through the air. Westwood looks to improve their seed in the state tournament. And that is it. From Flay Field, Westwood announcing themselves. Final score 2-1. They take down Natick. Some say the defending state champions. Some say they aren't. We want to thank Westwood Media Center, Craig Tiedites for sticking with us for most of the game. Had to go bring his daughter to gymnastics. To the Irish contingent for coming out here, making this trip over. The budget's really expanding at Westwood Media Center, bringing in the Irish community. And George Bukavalis and especially his mom, Mrs. Bukavalis, for joining us up here in the booth. She was providing stats and she was providing some energy in the box. Quite frankly, we haven't seen.
She brought us some hot cocoa as well, so that
there you
was much
go.
appreciated.
Absolutely. So until next time being the state tournament, Mike A. for Westwood Media Center. We'll see you next time.